after having a nice, so you please continue to have good lunch, and I'm sure we are going to have a very interesting session now. We have distinguished speaker with us. Let me first formally introduce the speaker, Dr. Pradeep Kaul. He worked with ISRO for 17 years, and he was involved in developing broadcast camera at ISRO. He also worked at Site ISRO, and then he joined the University Grants Commission in 1990, and then he worked for almost 20 years. And he was then appointed as a joint director for UGC CEC on Education Consortium. And then in 2011 he joined Ministry of HRD as a senior consultant, and he is associated as one of the designers for National Mission Documentation on Education. And he was also working as convener for DTH, that is direct to home program. So I'm sure we are going to have a very interesting session on national mission on education through ICT. So let us listen to Dr. Pradeep Kaul.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Thank you everybody for giving me this opportunity. And I'm thankful to organizers and the consortium.
Thank you.
Who are going to form. So, I'm told that agriculture agencies are thinking of creating a consortia world over, and here are our offer, and we also want to make you all a number of our consortia. A consortia of the Government of India, which probably is solving your half of the job that you are probably contemplating, and we'll look into what is here to share and what is here to enjoy out of the mission that we have created in India. You remember that India gross enrollment rate GER is right now 20. That means out of every eligible student that you have in India, only 20 are in higher education. While developing countries it is gross 40, and developed countries it is 60. So we can't meet our regular conventional system of education cannot meet our requirement what is expected out of us. If we have not become developed country, we want a progress. Therefore, the government thought that it's important that we should look into the other way of solving this national issue. So, National Mission on Education through ICT has been approved by the Government of India in 2009, January, and with an outlay of 4,600 crore plus budget, and some more funds have been given. Money is not a problem, but mission is important. And immediately within a 1 month, it was launched in Tirupati. The main important ingredients of it is the content generation, 100% funded by the government at its own price tag. So anybody wants to join in making content, e-content, here's the opportunity, we will fund it 100%. Then 75% contribution by the government for the connectivity will come on that, and 50% for access devices, and free to air, people can enjoy DTH program which are unlikely to some of you may be aware of NPTEL program, National Program on Technology Advanced Learning. It's one of the pioneer programs we started by 7 IITs and Indian Institute of Sciences. They have contributed to in the phase 1, which ended in 2007, in 260 courses. In phase 2, they are contemplating up to 961 courses together. And these programs are also available on YouTube because people thought it was getting very popular. And believe me, today the visitors list has crossed 230 million. 23 crore people have visited it. A revolutionary in present. No such agency can boost such a score, such a high popularity as this program has done world over. And what it gives us that India only 70% people are watching, rest of the world is watching us. 9.2% from the United States, UK, Canada, United Arab Emirates, Singapore, on all few countries in the globe, they know where to get a good program. So they are glued to it, and we are happy that somebody is using it. We have also, that was engineering, we have non-engineering subjects also being looked after by the Consortium for Education Communication, and he had designed template of 4th quadrant. That means we should have video, audio, we should have PDF books, content, and then we should have Wikipedia, we should have assessment, self-assessment for the students. That's how we call it content. So they are self-contained and students can benefit from one place. We have, under non-engineering subjects, we have released 8 subjects, not courses, already dedicated to the nation. Anybody can watch them. We are also lined up 11 more subjects to be released soon. And in this, totally 87 undergraduate subjects are coming up, not courses. Each subject we have, I believe, about 16 to 20 courses. That's going to be thousands of numbers. So that's the volume of these things are coming up. Similarly, both PG subjects, we have given this assignment to University Grants Commission, and those they are the regulators, but they are also the partners who develop the content. 77 subjects. We talk only subjects, we don't talk about courses. So they are coming up maybe by 6 months. More half of the program will be over. Our next major task is to see that institutions are connected by fiber optics. Then only the content can be seen. And we have done a very speedy work in this. And we don't say what we are going to do, we say what we have done. We have connected 403 universities, one gig fiber optic connectivity is already there. If you do not have, ask for it, you will get it. And this is 75% contribution to be paid by the government of India. The rest institutions can pay. For 20 years, 10 years is guarantee that we will make this and available to everybody. Further, to the colleges, we have crossed 21,000 marks in the country. We had set a target of 18,000, but we have crossed that mark. And we are going to continue. We don't want to stop it. You may be remembering that there is one great network, a national knowledge network. So now the two are combining together, and whatever traffic we have on university is going to be migrated on that. There also we are getting about 1,500 institutions of repute. That may be scientific institutions, defense, agriculture, everything is already on that. So that clientage, that content also we are going to get it. So that's where the things are going to happen. And the connectivity in colleges is 10 Mbps, again 512 kbps, 20 modems are there, we can increase it. And it is guaranteed that whenever a university crosses 70% of its capacity allocated, it will be automatically upgraded. The bandwidth will be automatically upgraded. But we mean to say 1 gig will be upgraded to 10 gig. So whenever we see that a university has started utilizing it in a better way, we don't stop it here. We want to see that this reaches all over the country. And one server, one system cannot work. So we got to create a cloud network. So we are creating a cloud of network. We are also creating a network of mirror servers, maybe 10 of them in the country, which can cater to all corners of the country. And this will be a very great volume. It will be 1 crore users at a time, 10 lakh concurrent viewers, it's a very great number. We have put our ambitious plans, so we hope to meet that also. This is Akash, is very popular, and Akash 4 is likely to come up with the help of DGS and D. They are going to launch it, access devices. You may be familiar with the Honorable Prime Minister, technique savvy. He says that he has set a target of Digital India, wherein he himself is the chairperson to monitor the progress. In that, he has taken a stand that all the universities in the country will be Wi-Fi, campus Wi-Fi. It's a great boon to all our community. So whenever we talk about education, we are not excluding agriculture. please don't misunderstand that. You are inclusive that. So we are partners of that. We are you can walk in, sit under the tree and watch best program, class or whatever. Including the schools are going to be 250,000 schools are going to be Wi-Fi enabled. It's a very tall figures, but we hope to meet them. So India is the only few countries in the world we are gone for a virtual labs. We want that scientists should also perform the experiments. Students should also perform the experiments through ICT, which normally is not possible. And we have created three types of labs: modeling, simulation, measurement based, and remote trigger. Remote trigger, believe me, a student can during night time perform most complex lab experiments from his home through internet from anywhere in the country, and the equipment may be at one of the best of the IITs, maybe IIT Delhi. I have seen one experiment, antenna polarization, and he switches on the equipment, he power on, then rotates the antenna, sets the frequency from home, and sets the parameters, and starts taking the reading, and it shows the reading. So that's the way, and we have created in 10 engineering branches, about 100 labs we have created, 1,000 experiments can be conducted. This is catering to about maybe 85% of the students' requirement of these faculties. But other agencies can join in creating that lab. We don't stop here. We believe that e-books are most important thing. And we are through one of the 3 agencies, we have seen that books are available to the students without payment, because they have to get through registration through the institutions. So 3 types of presently we are giving books. One to the colleges, we have acquired more than 97,000 books acquired. It's our property now, and making these free of available to the student. Student can see it, download it, and read his book. We are also subscribing to 6,300 journals, more than that. And then journals, when we subscribe, the publisher also says, take me a 10 years back volume. So they are available. Back volumes are also available in most of the journals. Similarly, for engineering, 20,000 journals we have subscribed. For university, about 8,500 more journals are available. And we are ready today with 6 major engineering subjects, telling teachers how to teach with this new pedagogy, telling students how to learn, what is expected of them. We have to change our mindset to get into this new pedagogy. Otherwise, this morning we heard that previously it was yellow book. A teacher, his notes are so bad, it becomes yellow book. And this morning I saw the pen drive story.